transmitting from the front lines of the wargaming world. You are watching Friendly Fire. The show where you can watch, learn, and even play our games live online. We will be showing some of our favorite tactics and answer your game questions. This is Friendly Fire.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Devin, the OG, the original Grognard for Lock and Load Publishing. We're back with Friendly Fires, Friday Night Firefights. We're stepping into turn 3 of the scenario we've been playing for a while. And we have back with us designer Keith Tracton and designer Jeff Schulte. I'll go ahead and let them go right into what they're going to do.
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Good evening. So it's the start of turn 3. Just before we do that, I'll mention we have the release now for the new scenario pack for Defense of Frankfurt. There's 4 scenarios available. There's one monster scenario using all 8 maps together, another one with 4 maps, and 2 others that do 2 maps. And I tried to make sure we used all parts of the map. Some map sections in the 8 together haven't gotten used before too much with the existing scenario, so this way we kind of spread the action around and we get to use all those beautiful map boards that they've come with it. So if it's not already posted to the Lock and Load library already, it very shortly will be. So I hope everybody enjoys scenarios, and you can always post questions if you have any on them.
And a huge kudos to Jeff for getting that done, because he's the master monster scenario maker. Well, I like that.
Yep. I just hope everybody enjoys it.
I think we have Jeff's new title with the company. The Master Monster Map Maker Scenario Maker.
Oh, I like that even better.
All right, so we are stepping into turn 3. Do we want to give a little brief overcap to the viewers on what has happened in the last 2 turns?
Sure thing. We've had a bit of a grind here where the West Germans in gray on the southern portion of the map. I'm not sure what your view looks like. I'm staring at the West Germans with the Soviets up top. And there's a pontoon bridge. It's the only bridge on that river to the right. And that is the objective. If I get a Leopard 1 or a Leopard 2, actually, I don't have any Leopard 2s. So I get a Leopard 1 onto the bridge.
You still have Leopard 2s left.
Oh, I do. I do. That's right. I do have Leopard 2. Yay. If I get a Leopard 1 or a Leopard 2 onto the bridge at any time, that is a sudden death victory. However, you can see there's a lot of Soviets around there. This is one of those rare scenarios. The Soviets are taking a breath and defending. They've made this bridgehead, but they're waiting for follow-on forces. There is a battalion of motorized rifle troops with BMP-2s, shiny new BMP-2s, that is going to be coming on shortly, if not this turn. And I have basically a battalion of, it was a reinforced battalion, but I have lost a company of tanks. So I have a short battalion of mechanized Panzer Grenadiers mixed with Leo 1s and Leo 2s and some mortars. My off-board artillery is pretty much spent except for my smoke. I have, however, taken a toll in the tank versus tank battle. Yes, the West Germans the kill ratio is 2-to-1 versus losses. So we've killed twice as many Soviet tanks. We would have killed more if the cards had gone a different way, literally. We had a false start, and he had the remains of one of his T-64 battalions in the open, and I was about to drop all my artillery on him, and then we realized that we needed to shuffle the deck and restart, and of course they moved first. So they moved out of the line of sight. My plan, 12% of a plan, as I said the first 2 times, but for those who have not been following, is basically I'm coming in from the south here, and I'm trying to use terrain to chip off pieces of Jeff's force, because eventually he has to engage me or fall back, and to basically grind up as many of his forces as he can. Use the fact that we're on turn 3 of a 10-turn scenario to focus my forces on a small part of his, force him to stay where he is as much as possible, and see how many I could chew up. And then right about turn 6 or 7, see if we need to make a final rush. The normal victory conditions are if we get a certain number of units within, I think it's 4 hexes and line of sight of the pontoon bridge.
Yes.
That we win. There is some detail on that, but I don't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head. So there you go. I have 1 HQ that was suppressed that's ready to be deployed. I have a certain amount of casualties, but we're making progress.
Yep.
Jeff,
And you
the
have an airstrike coming in.
Soviet summary. Oh, man, there's tornadoes floating around up there. They did very well and knocked out what did they knock out, a T-80?
Yep.
Yeah, they knocked out a T-80. And so they're in the wings when their card gets picked. And then Jeff's going to do the Soviets.
It was a T-80 from the reconnaissance company. So I mean,
and this is less of a T-80. Why?
It's the reconnaissance
It's better than my
company.
T-64s. I will point out, basically my plan is to avert any kind of auto victory by him occupying this hex here. But
no, it's. I thought it was the bridge. I thought it was the bridges across the river.
Yeah, well, the bridge. No, you can get to either. I mean,
either one. Okay.
Yeah. But either essentially, it's this hex.
Yeah. So it's where the engineers.
A normal victory at the end is if he has men on this hill here that overlook he will
see the bridge. Now the trick to this is the pontoon bridge is a bridge. It's across the hex side, although the 3 pontoons are what you could shoot at. But when you are on a river or on a lake, you're at elevation -1. So the only way you can see it is to be on it, adjacent to it, or at a higher elevation.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to be within 4 hexes, but you have to be on the hill and have line of sight to the bridge.
Yeah.
So you have to threaten the bridge directly in one way, shape, or form.
We do want to shout out real quick to Rich Kerr and Jeff Fry. They are both in the chat. Primark,
yay!
Primark X is here as well again this week. Glad to have all you guys back again. Any questions, comments, concerns? Just go ahead and drop them into the chat, and might not get to them right away depending on the flow of the game, but we will get to you. So say hi, and if you got any questions, Jeff, I'm sure you've got some. I know you've been playing this. Richard, you're pretty much an old hand at this game by now, so you probably don't have many questions. Primark, I'm sure you've got some questions. Anybody else out there watching, feel free to ask. And if you got any comments, lay them on us as well.
I have a question for Primark X. Is that the Primark of the 10th Legion?
It could very well be. It's either Primark
that's what I want to know.
Is it
Warhammer 40K? Is it Primark of the 10th Legion?
Well, it could be a Roman thing, the 10th Roman Legion.
I don't know about Primarchs running legions for the Romans, but they certainly run them for Warhammer 40K.
Well, you are correct. So
I believe it was a legate that would normally run.
Or knowing Rome, it was 3. They had 3s of everything.
Yeah, they only had 2 consoles.
That's true, 2 consoles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we go to the first card.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Roll him.
And just to prove to everybody, we're going to shuffle, because I don't want any allegations of abuse.
Right, that would only come from us, and we're going to make them anyway. So,
okay, Jeff. Before I flip the card, Jeff had one question. Spotters have spotting ranges? ? I.e., headquarters spotting for onboard mortars.
They do not.
No.
I have to double check the latest rules, but I'm pretty sure they do not, because the scale of these scenarios is small enough.
Yeah.
I grant you there are some off-board artillery units that when you put them on board might have a normal range of 80 hexes. But the direct fire restrictions that are in the latest set of rules are, indirect fire. Yeah, you can do that as long as you can see the target. But being able to see the target, you'd have to have, out at 80 hexes, you'd have to have a recon. And yeah, if you can get your radio signal back, you can do that. It's 2 or 3 kilometers. It's 2 by 3 kilometers roughly on a 4 map scenario. So
yeah.
And Primark X, I'm running a World of War 85 game in a couple of weeks for a few friends. Excellent. What scenario are you doing there, Primark? Let's go ahead and see. 124th Panzer.
Oh, greenies.
Ooh.
Greenies.
Okay. So first I want to check where to put this HQ. So he's not loaded. The infantry's not loaded.
Yeah.
In that thing there. I am close to this gun. Now, for those who don't realize, there's a gun position here. Like guns, like D30s. And they have Castet anti-tank guided missile ammunition. However, it has a minimum range of 3. So, my Leos would be in range, except there's a woods right here. But the only way I'm going to take that out, since he's in woods and an improved position, is with infantry. And even then, it might be a near run thing. Now, this guy's disrupted up front here. And that's the BTR. It's not a great position to be in. But
Who, the BTR?
Just my green guys. But. All right, I think we're going to leave. Are we going to leave the HQ there? Yeah, I think we're going to leave the HQ there. No, we're going to move the HQ back. We don't need to expose him just yet. We'll put him there.
Well, that's a different formation.
He's disrupted. We could so roll right over him.
Yeah, and leave yourself sitting out in the open, right underneath the teeth of those guns.
Yeah, cannon to the left of them, cannon to the right of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered.
Yeah, it didn't turn out real well for those guys when they did that. And wasn't the entire brigade wiped out? That's all I'm saying.
Something like that. Actually, I'm wrong. I am going to leave the HQ here. Sorry, this is such a tough decision, but we're so close in. It doesn't really matter whether I do. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we're going to transfer to the Martyr. And there's a reason for that. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to do... we don't have any off-board artillery that we're going to do, or do we? Oh, yeah, we do. Smoke! So I'll do a fire for effect, but it's a smoke. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we can cut them all off if we do that. Let's help both of us. Let's go here. That smoke is thinning, so we can cover them all here. Okay, let's do that. All right. I'm going to roll a die. Roll this red die. Rolling for accuracy. 6. It scatters. Direction is 5. So 5 puts it 1, 2, 3, 4. Or let's see, 1 is here. Is that correct? North is that.
I always do north.
Yeah, so north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops it there.
No, that's 6. Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's helpful too.
Which is probably placed just as good.
Yeah, just as good.
As long as it doesn't scatter again.
It does, because we rolled a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got to roll direction again. 5 again. So now it basically goes here, which is kind of the other place I was going to do it. It's the other end of it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take him out, and we'll just go back this way. So we'll drop this one. We basically got exactly what we wanted.
It's hard. It's, accuracy with smoke not nearly as
well, especially when you can align the smoke any way you want. So
and you are dropping a whole lot of smoke.
Yes, that's battalion assets right there, or regimental. Pete Madoff has joined us, so he's saying hello.
Welcome, Pete.
Welcome.
I am marking off my smoke thing. I don't have any other indirect fire assets in this attached to this company. So I'm going to proceed to the action phase. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fire this infantry at the guns in the improved position in the woods. It is concealed. Right. So, of course, Jeff's king of concealment. I do have 2 dice to make 5. Point blank range is 2 dice to make 4. It's not point blank range. What am I talking about? It's normal range. So 2 dice to make 5. And you have whatever you have. Let me roll my 2 dice and go from there.
I'll have 2 dice, and in the first hit misses.
I missed anyway. Okay, so then we're going to fire the HQ with the Martyr, just so you guys can see this. That's 2 to make 5, becomes 4 to make 5. And against against the same target.
Oh, now you're hitting at force.
Yes.
Because of short range.
Not with the HG. No.
Again, the range is 2. Your range is
I'm firing at 2.
You're firing at 4.
Oh, wait, I'm firing at 4. Right. Yeah, do it all right.
Your
I'm
range
mixing
is
my
4,
numbers up,
so
right? Yeah, so now it's to make 4s. So we'll roll 4 to make
4 at 4.
4s. And we get 2. And the first one goes away for the improved position.
Yep.
So that's
And
1.
I get 2 dice defense. Nothing.
Oh.
So he's disrupted.
I disrupted him. Oh, see, now I wish I would have assaulted. See, Devin?
He can't. He's across the river.
I know.
What he's saying is he wish he would have disrupted the infantry that's in the open under the teeth of the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is because that's a BTR.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a freebie, but 1, 2, 3.
Oh, fire at him. So we got 1 die at 4 from the BTR.
Mm-hmm. Daka, 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 daka. Are you kidding me? All right.
You stopped when I moved that BTR over there.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I missed. He's disrupted.
Boop.
All right. So you're ops complete. I am ops complete. Although I'm going to wait on that because... so I can't do moving fire with infantry if I move more than 1. I can, however, assault. Oh, he does have a BTR. Well, that's not helpful. All right, we'll go in here.
I guess we'll fire at you. We'll use 2 dice at 5. Taka taka taka.
Oh my god. And I get 2 from the woods. Save. Okay, we're good.
1 die for the woods.
Infantry. 2 dice
Yeah,
for the woods.
1. No.
I'm a cheater. Let me roll again. Nope, he's disrupted.
Soviets are tenacious in defense.
Yeah, and the rules. I don't really have anywhere I can go with him that's convenient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That'd be 4. Because you could go
Yeah,
directly
4.
there.
Yeah, I can go directly there. 4. We're going to stay put. Next card, please.
Not going to use the martyr to fire on his disrupted BTR?
I
No
can't.
moving fire.
Oh, no moving fire.
They moved over half.
Can't move. So I don't have enhanced move and fire, which means if I move more than half, I cannot move and fire.
And ops.
Oh boy, could be a short turn.
Hell of a way to start off the turn.
Yeah, that's not good for me.
Battlefield event.
Battlefield event. Woohoo!
Go ahead and roll there, Keith. I'll.
All right. Thank you. And I roll for a 9.
High speed approach.
Well, let's see
Roll
who it
for
is.
side.
1, 2, 3. It's me. It's you.
Is it me or you?
It's you. I rolled a 5.
Oh, I didn't see. Okay, so I get basically full movement for one formation.
That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah.
Or move or move and fire.
I think it's move. Yeah. So the way this working on the battlefield events table, he's got a high speed advance. It means he gets a normal formation activation until he gets to the action phase. Because it's a high speed advance, he gets to do out of the 5 actions you normally are able to do, and that's once you get to the action. So he can still fire, indirect fire, that kind of stuff. When he gets to the actions, instead of 5 actions, he can only do move or move and fire. So there's no direct fire. There's no onboard artillery. And there's no assault.
Okay, so this unit here I have to roll for command. Everybody else is in command. And he's good.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's tighten up these guys again.
The other thing about this event is you roll a table and it tells you who it applies to generally, but if a lot of them say roll, and you roll a die 6, and basically it's the same anytime. It says one side is what this side affected one side. So to determine that, you roll a die 6, 1 to 3 it's NATO, 4 to 6 it's packed. So twice now he's gotten the event. One was a cautious approach, which is basically the same as this, except you get half your movement. But this one is a high speed approach, so you get a normal move or a normal move and fire. Is this the green? Is this a light green guys that we're going?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what's left of a battalion of T-64s. I can honestly say we did take a chunk out of them. At first we didn't, but then we painted the crosshairs correctly, and then they started to blow up real good. And he's got them basically crossing over the pontoon bridge. He's got them in reserve, so there's a whole lot of firepower pointing at that bridge should I come down that gap there, which I kind of have to. Also, he's reinforcing the hill. So if I come back up on the hill, or if I stay on the hill like I am down here, I don't know if you can see this or not. Oops. He can shoot me off of it. Long range fire, but he can still try and shoot me off of it. Did you move on the hill? You did move on the hill. Can I fire at him?
No, there's
a wood
those big old huge.
Oh, the big old woods
trees that are blocking.
Well, he's definitely putting.
sight.
Yeah, he's. Oh, and the smoke. There is that smoke that's in front of me. It works both ways.
That goes up to infinite height. Infinite height.
Friendly smoke missions aren't.
Well, friendly fire missions aren't either.
No, I'm punning here. Give me a chance there. Don't make me explain the joke.
Don't
make me come down there.
This is me. I need the jokes explained to me. Remember?
There we go. Next card.
Next formation.
All right.
So the battlefield event card there's a lot of things that are like half move, that kind of half fires, that kind of thing. It balances things out a good bit. Oh man. Freaking. So the purple formation is the 7 separate recon?
Yeah.
That's the purple guys in the front of the Soviet formation near the smoke. He's got we've shot up some of them, but he's got some T-80s and he's got some BMP-2s. They're recon BMP-2s, so they are always in command.
Well, he also has one unit way up north.
Oh, yeah, let's roll for his command.
Is he a T-80?
Yeah.
And the special rules don't say that he's included as a recon.
No,
he's good.
He doesn't count as a recon.
And they're like, we know what we are doing. We will protect bridge for you. In Soviet Union, bridge protect you.
Oh, and Primarch X does say his name is derived from one of the unknown 40k chapters, hence the variable X. And
there you go.
Two missing chapters are the 8th and the 13th.
Two missing. Yep, something like that.
Was it the 8th and the 13th?
I don't remember. No, I think one of them was the 19th. I think.
Oh no, 13th was Death Guard. I think.
Yeah,
I used to know all the founding chapters.
Yeah, me too.
And their numbers.
I think it's the 19th and the 20th is what it was.
Okay, so I think we established that my headquarters stack can see these guys when I took incoming fire. We didn't appreciate that fact. So we're going to come back at you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is short range.
Could you let us move
dice?
First?
No. 5 dice at 3.
No.
I needed that phrase.
Ow. Well, he's very dead, but let's just make the roll anyway. I've got 1 to make. Oh, I made a save. Look at that. Only 3 hits. Very dead.
Well, only 2 hits. I only got 3 to begin with.
I thought you had rolled 5 dice and got 4.
No, I rolled 2 twos.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm happy to not be wrecked.
Okay, and my ammo. He used up a lot of missiles.
Oh yeah.
All right, so he's reloading. So that's the thing. When you fire, you just know that you're reloading. It's when you roll to reload that you find out whether you just get rid of the marker, which is ideally, or whether you're down to, depending on the type of unit you are, no missiles, or down to low missiles.
We'll move here.
I don't think I have I don't have anything that can shoot at you with a line of sight because of the smoke.
Yeah, I don't think this guy can. I don't think this guy can. But
No.
I believe I can hit him.
Let's take a look. From here to here. Yep, you're good.
Check the other one. Oh, I was gonna say check the other one while you're at it, but I don't
What,
think that's
this
the
one?
case.
No, he's shooting.
No. The T-80 to the your martyr in the woods.
Oh, this one here. It just clips the
Yes.
smoke.
It just clips it. Okay, so we're gonna come down with 2 dice at 3. Short range moving fire. Ooh, that was almost
Ooh,
one hit.
wow. Okay.
One hit.
One. All right, and I have yeah, I need 6. Nope, he's gone. So this is why you don't sit in the open when there's T-80s out there.
I did lose one of those T-80s though.
That's true. All you do is provide cover for your colleagues behind you.
Okay. You know, this smoke screen is really aggravating to me.
Yay! I have learned from a master. I have learned from the master. You.
Herr Mayor. I did not like that.
The pupil is now the master.
I could have hit you. I could have hit you.
I could have been a contender.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna do with them. I'll keep the one BMP in Overwatch.
Okay. Next card. Making progress. Taking names.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's
Actually,
these
I don't
guys.
really like this right now because
Yeah, that means he's going to be getting double activations on your butt real soon.
yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to roll to undisrupt this guy who is the only one left.
I thought it was my light green.
It is.
wasn't it?
It's
It's your light green. Never mind.
Jeff's diesel green.
I saw light green. I went Leo 2, Leo 2, Leo 2.
Singular.
So my Leo 2 that remains is here.
We are going to stay where we're at.
All right, next. There we go. Okay, so these guys, their HQ comes back on. Let's see where I'm going to drop this. I can see him, so we're going to put the HQ right on the martyr. Yeah, I know.
I
It's a gun
foresee
martyr.
smoke.
2, 4, 6. Smoke. It's just. Actually, no. We're going to put him on the infantry.
I foresee a smoke screen dropping down on L11.
Right. Okay. We are actually going to do. We're not dropping one of the off-board smokes. We're going to drop smoke from this mortar here. And since the HQ is doing the spotting, I don't have to roll except for accuracy because it's a barrage. Oh, and it's good. I get 1 hex of smoke from the mortars, but that's all I need. Okay, so the mortars are now ops complete.
That gums up that little valley right there.
There you go. That gums up that valley, and it's time to get moving. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get your butt off of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if we could pick off.
Fire!
Yeah, go ahead with your machine gun.
No, I think I might. I think this T80 or D64 might.
I don't think so because he's in cultivated, and there's a rough. So let's take a look. I don't know. Oh, you clipped them both.
Oh, it's just those stupid vertexes.
There you go.
That's all you need, though.
Wait,
That's all you need.
I need a judge. I think these two maps are misaligned a little bit. Oh.
All right, let me go to camera mode top down.
Yeah, no.
No,
I'm the judge. I'm saying they're not misaligned. So, meh.
I appeal the judge's determination.
I'm looking at it top down. It is definitely clipping both corners.
I'm kidding.
What an angle! Oh my god, what an angle! I know. I really did want to see from top down if that made a huge difference. All right.
That's the problem with isomorphic maps.
Yeah.
All right. So the last thing I need to do is to move this martyr. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then I explode the stack and I put him there and I drop him on top of both of them. There we go. That's what I like about that. The mortar stays the same spot.
And Jeff's going, Soviets lose a timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lose a timeout. I love it.
Primarch X, East German judge. Well, technically, I am German. But... All right, next card. 141st Panzer.
Okay, so this is a mixed company. The red that's there and the tan are part of the company because the red is a cross-attached infantry. Well, what's left of it, a mortar. So what I have here is I have the HQ with 2 Leopard 1s. I have here's the infantry with
3 Leopard 1s.
To them. Yeah, here's the 3rd Leopard 1, and then I have the Lukes and the Martyr here sitting behind the hill. So one thing about the stack exploder, it tells you the hex you're in. Let me see if I can do this. It tells you the hex you're in, so you can explode things, but you can also move them around so you can see things a little more clearly. See what the situation is here, but then just pop them back. But I'm going to take a look at my guys because they're so beautiful, and determine exactly what I'm going to do here. I have a lot of armor that can come up, and I think I would like to set them in a position to stop his BMP2s from coming on. They come on this edge here, right?
Yeah.
The east edge.
Yes.
Do they come on? Is it the east edge of map 7? What does our air recon say?
Yeah, map 7. Yeah, map 7.
Yeah, sorry. Did you lose my aerial photographs? So yeah, we're gonna take these tanks, and I'm gonna stay with the full strength platoon. And we're going to get some cover over here. And then we're going to put him on the bridge. And we're going to get these guys. I so want some firepower, but it's really an infantry fight. So 1, 2. Oh, hang on. Where was I here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's up on the hill there. And then my infantry. The martyr's going to go into the infantry fight.
What's under that martyr? The red
Luke's,
martyr. Oh.
Luke's that's attached.
Yep.
That's my recon. If I move 3, he can't stack there, right? No, there's 2 in there already. 1, 2, 3. Let me make sure I'm not overstacked. I'm not. And I'm going to fire at the disrupted unit.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. I'm going to fire at
your headquarters needs to be. You set your headquarters off to the side and didn't.
And didn't what?
It's okay. Never mind. I thought it was supposed to. I thought both leopards
I'm over
were
here.
right there. Yeah.
I'm over here.
No, but your headquarters is over here, and I didn't notice your headquarters was.
Oh, you thought I didn't have it on a unit? Oh,
yeah, okay. I thought it was just on the rec marker.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if I may comment, I think your tank deployment is not going to be good. There's too much cultivated and Rex along that angle of attack.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was thinking the same thing.
So the guys on the ground, they're not going to see anything.
If I go here, I mean, I could go here.
Yeah.
I just don't like not having any cover. On the other hand, it doesn't
Well,
And
really.
I
then
mean,
the first-
because if
well-
you're here, you're only going to see up to here because of this cultivated and this cultivated, or
Actually,
even
you know where I'm putting these
this cultivated and this
guys?
cultivated.
I'm gonna go back with these guys.
Yeah,
I'm coming up.
because-
I'm coming
well,
up. I'm coming up
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Because I was going to say, even along that map edge, these half X's, the first guy that becomes a wreck is just going to block line of fire for the rest of the column.
And that's true. That's true.
And if you want to interdict that area, you have to be up on the hill.
All right, well, we're going to leave him there anyway since he's reduced. The Luke's is going to proceed. No, Luke's going to stay over there. All right, so let me finish my shot here. So the Martyr, move and
half.
fire. He only moves 3. So move and fire against.
You're going to get 1 die. Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm gonna
Against that.
no, I'm firing the missile.
I thought you were against gun.
No, I'm firing
Oh,
at
okay. So
at the
2 at
BTR.
3.
Yeah, 2 at 3. 1.
1 hit. And I'm going to get 3 at. What's that?
It's a 5, isn't it?
5, yeah. So 3 at 5. Ooh, look at that. Boom, boom.
No, actually, it's 3 at 4 because I fired into woods.
Well, no, that's why I got 3 dice instead of 2.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Wrong modifier. Ah! This is why the lead playtester gets to call the rolls and the designer has 6 versions in his head.
Roll for your missile ammunition.
I will do that. He's good.
He's good.
All right, so he's up complete. I think there's one in there already. Yep. That on top. Restack. All right. He's here. He gets one here. One here. One here. So the last thing I have to do is decide what to do with the Lukes. And I think since he's got some firepower.
Yeah, he actually has pretty good firepower against infantry.
Yeah, considering what it is, we're going to bring him over to cover the flank just by dropping him there. I still have these guys here, and I don't really have anything to shoot at them with. Although we could. Yeah, let's do that now. Can we do that? I'm just going to check stacking. Hold on. Can't go through there. Can't go through it. No, they're not doing nothing. They're staying put. No shot. Next card. I did want to assault, but I'm overstacked up front, so I can't get past my forward units. Oh, on the other hand,
just reactivate the formation.
That's Luke's.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's the
so
other
now-
formation that's in the way.
Right now we're in a much better position. So I think what we're going to do is, if that's an assault there, yeah, we got enough to assault them. So, maybe. Excuse me. I'm leaving the tanks where they are, but I am going to promulgate this assault. We're going to go in here.
Okay.
So this is very simple. Because he's disrupted, he gets 2 to make 6. I get 2 to make 4.
I only get 1 at 6.
I'm sorry, you get 1 at 6. I can't read it from here because I didn't look at it. So. And I get 2 hits. Now, again, in assault, there's no
And I get
saves.
1.
Oh, there you go. There's no saves. There's no terrain. It's just dice. But whoever gets the most hits wins. Ties go to the defender. I got 1. I only needed 1. So not only I get cover. Drop it to the right of the drop it to the right of the Martyr on the tray.
Well, I was
just to show people how it works. Yeah, drop it there, and then when I go to repack, so there you go. So I got 2 hits. He died. If he hadn't, he would have had to retreat. And both of us are ops complete at the end of that. So now I've got 1 left.
Well, you're also disrupted because he got 1 hit in on you.
That's true.
Yeah.
I am disrupted. And again, I just explode the stack, drop this on top of where it needs to go.
I tell you, my BTRs have not been doing too badly.
There you go. That's true. So we're going to do something Recon doesn't usually do, but let's take a look at this. So this is So he's got infantry and vehicles. If I go in with just vehicles, I'm at a disadvantage. So we're not actually going to assault with them. But we are going to move these guys into a closer position. So we're in assault range from that infantry, which I don't like. So it's not his move. So we're just going to move them up there. The Luke's out here. And everybody else is going to be ready to shoot. Should anything come into line of sight. I don't really have a good place for the Lukes right now. If anybody has suggestions out there, let me know. But for the moment, I think I'm just going to keep them in reserve. All right, next card, please. And yes, all of my tanks are ready to shoot.
And ops.
Go, tornado! All right, so first thing we do is not really grab the counter. First thing we do is we roll a die to see if we get surprise. And remember, generally low is good for the side rolling and high is bad. So if we get a 6, I'm intercepted and gone from the game because I was intercepted on the way to or from the battlefield. If I get a 1, I get surprise, which means instead of him being able to fire a main unit and then add a die each for up to 2 other units that are in line of sight and can fire at the air target, he only gets 1 unit to fire. That's surprise. So I'm going to roll this die. Surprise! Fantastic. Okay, so now would be the opportunity. Wow. Now would be the opportunity to either sacrifice the tornado, because how many times am I going to get this tornado? You can chip away at him, or I can make a try for the bridge. Now, if I get he's basically got. Where's your zoo? Let's see. The zoo is right here, right? Is that the zoo? That's the gas. The zoo's in this stack. He's got 3 to make 5, but it's point blank range to the bridge. So it's 3 to make 4. He's also got a gas plus the headquarters, so that's 5 to make 4.
I can't do that. You got surprise. I can use one or the other.
Right. What I'm saying is you can use one or the other. The Gaskin doesn't have the HQ. Actually, your HQ is only 1, so it's 4 dice to make 4.
Yeah.
He's really got to get 2 hits and he shoots me down, 1 and he drives me off. It's really not a great odds. So I may just kind of like, let's do something else. But basically, the other thing is that the zoo is committed behind this hill, and this hill is level 2. I'm going to be 2 levels above any terrain I'm on, which means anything back here, I'm at level with the hill. He's not going to be able to shoot at me with anti-aircraft other than machine guns. And since it's surprise, those are like 1 die to make 6. Yeah. So again, I could try and take this thing, and I could, I've got a guy who's in a position to take out the recon. I could again do what I did and raid this area here and take out another T-80. I'm so far away I can't even see it myself. Where are we here? I'm going to see what's here. So there's a BMP-2, there's a T-80 here, and
another BMP-2.
Another BMP-2. So the question is, are the BMP-2s the threat with 4 dice to make 4, or are the T-80s the threat? I'm like, I'm going to go for the cheap and easy target, and I'm going to go for the BMP-2. Now, anti-aircraft wise, he can defend himself, but he's the only unit who can. So his 3 dice to make 5, first of all, you subtract 2 dice. So he's got 1 die to make 5. But anytime you've got a unit that's not anti-aircraft, in other words, there's no blue firepower value, that means it goes up to 6. So basically, that's why I say it's 1 to make 6. So Jeff has 1 to make 6 to try and
make 6.
Wave off this tornado coming in low and slow. He does not. So then I have my anti-armor capability is 5 dice to make 3s. This is the part I like. Here, I roll 5 dice. I need 3 or better. And it didn't give me the summary at the top, so I don't know what I got.
Well,
I got 4.
Since you're not using the dice roller, it doesn't give you the summary at the top.
Oh, okay. So I got 4 hits. I got a 3, a 4, and a 5. I got 4 hits, and basically he's got 1 die to make 5 because he's in the open.
1 save.
Oh, there you go. But still, it's 3 hits. He's gone.
Hits.
Now I have to make an ordnance roll, which for all aircraft, all nationalities, is 7 or less, and I am okay. 8. All right, he's done. So the tornadoes did their job. They came in twice. And he flies off. And his card is taken out of the deck, but he did his job.
I would like to point out that's like the 4th time this game that there's been 3 or more unanswered hits on a hex. Unfortunately, they've been clear, so no fires.
Fire. We get for fighting in the open. Though the grass is not having a good time. Not enough of it to start like a fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a great place for a fire to break out there.
Yeah.
If that was cultivated, then there.
Right. There's enough smoke there. All right. Next card, please. Actually, did we take the tornado out of the deck? Yes, we did. Okay. Next card.
Oh,
Blues. All
Ooh.
right.
Now I'm happy that line of sight doesn't work.
Yeah, there you go.
But Jeff, you are running into the problem you were afraid of. Nothing but uninterrupted NATO activations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still got the blue activation.
Yeah, you see, and your guard's motorized rifle is supposed to be coming on this turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't have anybody to roll reloads. I don't have anybody to roll and disrupts. I do have offboard artillery, but I don't have my HQ can't really see anything useful on that. I could get this. I could drop smoke here because I can see it and extend it, in some direction in front of me, but I don't feel the need to spend that right now. What I really wanted to do was get in position for these guys to shoot at the recon, and I am. So we're going to do that to start with. We're going to start with.
You're placing your headquarters there?
No, I'm sorry. I'm placing my headquarters on this martyr.
So you'll want to roll command for the mortar in that case.
Yes, I do. Because he's out of command range. He is in command, however. So first things first is I do want to lay down. Oh, all right, that line of sight doesn't work. Yay. So I basically have one target. I can either hit him with the mortar, or I can hit him with the martyrs. I think I'm going to use the HQ to hit him with the mortars. So since these are big mortars, let me, as a barrage, it's more effective. So let me see if it scatters on a 6. It does not scatter. My line of sight is from this HQ, by the way. So I drop my fire for effect with 3 dice to make 5. It is a light armor target, so HE is perfectly effective against it. It is less than half range. But am I remembering indirect fire? There's no point blank.
There's no point blank for indirect.
There's no point blank for indirect fire. There is long range, but there is no point blank. So my 3 to make 5 is still a 3 to make 5, which I am going to roll. 1, 2, 2 hits. Two hits. So this BRDM has a 6.
All
right, so 2 hits. So he is reduced and disrupted. And
doesn't get a terrain bonus for being cultivated.
No, not a vehicle.
Not for a vehicle, not in cultivation.
Oh, we
can see him.
Yeah, if you rolled 3 hits there, Devin.
Oh, believe me, I'd be all over that if he'd have rolled 3 unanswered hits.
So once again, indirect fire. The spotter is not ops complete. The onboard unit is onboard indirect fire. Okay, so now the unit with. Let me just get this back up into some point. This looks a little better when I put him up front here. Now these are the gun mortars. How do I keep
Oh yeah, that's right. They don't even have real.
Right. So this is just guns. So the HQ on the one martyr, the range is 3, so they're at normal range. It's 2 to make 6. With the HQ is 3 to make 6.
You're better off using your HE though.
You're right. I'm better off making my HE. Thank you. This is one time when he's on my side of the table where he's helpful. This is great. So
because it's a thin-skinned vehicle.
Yeah, it's a thin-skinned vehicle, so you can HE. So 2 to make 5 becomes 3 to make 5.
Yep.
The range on that is 4, so he's on it. So 3 to make 5 is much better. Much better. Daka. I got 1, which is all we needed. He becomes a wreck.
No, I got a saving throw.
No, you do. But you didn't.
To no avail.
To no avail. All right. So there's the wreck there, which just reinforces that. That's the BMP. If I move 1 hex, forward, the T80 can't see me, and I can see the BMP. So that's what this martyr is going to do. Going to move here.
I believe my tank can see you, though. I
This
think we
tank?
need to check that line of sight. Yeah,
All
I think
right.
we need it.
Well, I'm
I
going to
mean,
go.
don't forget, it was on both vertices, and now it's only going to be on one vertice.
Yeah, but it's going to be clipping more of the cultivated this time.
Yeah.
No, he's right though. It's because it shifted left. It shifted left. I'm looking at it top down. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, no,
it shifted more.
I can
it
go
shifted away from. It shifted away from the rough to the cultivated, but it's only one cultivated.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's cultivated. It's cultivated, but it's also Rex. So either way, it's obscuring. Yeah, Rex don't like double the obscurement value of it. It's just, you know, it's either obscured or it isn't. Okay.
You're gonna move there or no?
No, I'm not gonna move there. I don't like killing things like that. Let me get my proper cursor back. We will, however.
That's the same problem. Now I got one rough in my.
Yeah, you got one rough. That's true. But if I go here, 1, this is 2, 3. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And we can't see anything, but nothing can see us because we're in the smoke screen.
And David of Lock and Load Publishing has joined us.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
1, 2.
I'll fire.
Okay.
So my tank is going to has 6 range of 6, 3 dice at 5. So I'm gonna get 3 dice at 5 against your infantry, which is gonna have 1 defense. Boom, 1 hit.
1 hit. And I just need a 5. And I'll be fine. I got a 4. Ugh. Disrupted. Ops complete. But your ops complete, and I'm going to advance to the rough here. We're making progress.
Okay.
That's everybody.
Yep.
Next card, please.
Yep. Guards motorized
here
rifle.
They come.
Yep.
Okay, so that battalion of guards motorized rifle, that's them. They're coming. So let's see if my tanks get to take some out.
I'm going to assume that you're going to be bringing each one of those BTRs on or BMPs loaded with infantry.
This one is not coming unloaded.
Ah, okay.
Seriously.
He's trying to draw your fire.
He will. So, what's left of this platoon over here, since you've very kindly given him a point blank shot, is going to take it. So that's 3 dice to make 4. Boom. 2.
Okay, and I will 1 die at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Miss.
All right. He's reduced and disrupted. You gonna reduce him?
Oh yeah. 1, 2.
So, guys, do you like the round ops complete markers and also the round other markers, but round ops complete and the NATO versus pact ops complete markers? So that is what is physically in the Blood and Fury game.
I was actually setting up a scenario in TTS for storming the gap because I'm supposed to be doing a beginner game with someone next week, and I was confused because I was going I can't find the NATO ops complete mark. Then I remembered, oh yeah, they were all just the red X's for ops complete and storming the gap.
Right. Mm-hmm. Wow.
2.
Okay. Where's your first text?
Right here, actually.
I can't see it from the hill. See, he talked me out of being on the end there. Yeah, there's a woods in the way there.
Yeah. Primarch X says he really likes the new markers.
Yay. Thank you. Jonesing for compliments. No, no, seriously.
And David is asking, did you tell everyone about this new scenarios? Yes, we did at the
Yes, we
very
did.
top of the show.
Well, I mean, at least my tanks chased him off.
This is called cautious approach.
I was about to say I've rarely seen Jeff do this, but he does it well. But
Actually,
yeah,
you know
I'm
what?
like, he's putting some distance there.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm
1,
going to
2,
go
3,
here.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Well, that means the city I could fire. Yeah, stop in the stop in the city on top of that other BMP platoon. Stop there.
Yeah.
I think that this guy has a shot here because I think this is closer to me than it is to you. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay!
Okay.
Basic triangulation. Okay. So it's still let's see, it's 13. So it's long range. So my 4 to make 5 becomes 4 to make 6. Actually, I could fire with the H. Let me fire with the HQ. So that would be
Okay.
these guys. So
Yep.
that's 6 to make 6, basically.
Yep.
It's just fun rolling 6 dice. Boom, boom, boom. 2.
Ooh. I get 2 5s. Put the city in the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
There we go. Long range NATO tank fire. Woohoo! However, because I waited until you moved this unit, I don't get to like go back and say, "Oh, I want to fire him too."
Let's
I mean,
roll for the
gentlemen's game.
infantry.
Yeah.
They're not reduced.
Okay. So what happened here was that I reduced the carrier, but that doesn't mean the infantry is automatically reduced. You roll the die.
Right.
So 1 to 3, they too are reduced. So yeah, it's possible to carry a full strength infantry in a reduced BMP. A little crowded, but yeah, you can do it. Oh, you said you did reduce the HQ. I mean the infantry.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Right. So flip him back. There we go. So that you can see the situation there. Disrupted? Yes, they're both disrupted. You know, one's inside of the other, but reduced only the BMP. However, one thing I did do by doing that is I jammed up that road.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Because now there's 2 BMPs stacked in there, and they have their infantry inside, but there's still 2 BMPs. That's the stacking limit.
And they're aquatic, and next turn they'll just zip across the river. At least that's what I would do.
Right. Oh.
He's going here.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What a terrible shot. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. He's like, what are we doing? Get out. What? Get advance on foot. Why? Because you're a Soviet infantry and proud tradition. That was human waves. Don't give me ideas.
Not like they're still doing the same thing in Ukraine.
I'll tell me about it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good thing that tornado's not around anymore.
Yeah. So he's taking advantage for those who aren't looking at the map necessarily. But this city, obviously, he's behind it. But then this woods here is way closer to him as the lower. The way you do line of sight is, the higher unit's at 2 and he's at 0. If there's a level 1 obstacle, which is the top of these woods, if the level 1 obstacle is that in the direction you're looking, basically. So for me looking to him, that would be the last one. If it's closer to him than it is to me, he's below the edge of, think of it as a cliff. He's below the edge of the cliff, so I can't see him. But if it's closer to me than him, then I can see over it.
Okay, we just had a really great question from Jeff. A normal side transport with passenger takes 3 hits, which goes disruption, step loss, elimination. Do you roll for the passengers on the step loss first and then roll for the elimination, or do you just roll for the elimination?
That's a really good question, but no, you just roll for the elimination because you're determining the result against the carrier first, and it's eliminated. So the result that goes with the eliminated is any infantry you're carrying roll on a 1 to 3. They survive at reduced 4, 5, or 6, and they're eliminated as well. That really good question. Thank you very much.
Okay, this guy's going to go here.
Oh man, is it loaded?
Yes.
No, go back. Is it loaded?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me see what the range is here. So 2, 4, 6.
It's long range.
12. Yeah, it's long range. Yeah, we'll shoot it in on the edge, past the Gaskin. All right, so that's 4 to make 6.
You're rolling way too many 6s there.
Yeah,
He's rolling a lot of 6s.
That's because I'm out of tanks at the moment, which means, of course, that your last part of your company is going to get to go anywhere they want. You think I don't know that?
Well, I got one saved, so I don't care too much. So is that the last? That's all your tanks have fired, then, right?
Yeah, all my tanks have fired. Yes.
All right, so now let's get the rest of these guys.
Half the battalion still comes on.
But just don't come in range of that Luke, or he's going to knife you. Yeah, you can move with impunity at the moment. Or you can impugn with munity.
And he's going to do the same thing.
I was like, yeah, see, now I want the tornado.
Oh, I wouldn't be doing this if the tornado was still around.
I know.
No, at this point, you want the F-111.
Yeah.
So Jeff is an expert at, like, taking a Soviet motorized rifle battalion, setting it up with smoke, unloading behind it, getting ready to assault a hill. But the way this game works is sometimes that works. It's not 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work, but that 10th time it doesn't work. It's an MLRS that lands on you. It's an F-111 that lands on you, and you're like, look at those pretty formations. Boom! Look at half of those pretty formations. But that's what we love about this game.
And actually, I was just going to get, I don't even need to deploy my headquarters. Since I came off map, everybody started in command. And why leave my headquarters vulnerable? So they're staying off map for now.
Right.
I am done.
The subtlety there is when you have a reinforcing unit coming on, it is already in command. So you don't actually have to bring the HQ on. You can leave it in the deployment box. We try to be specific about there's only certain places the HQ can be. It can be on a unit, in which case you can move it to another unit. It can be in the suppress box, in which case it's not going anywhere until the end of the turn when it moves to the deployment box. It can be in the deployment box, in which case you can deploy to a unit. Or it can be on one of the end ops cards if that formation hadn't moved the turn before. And we explained that last time how that works. You're guaranteed for a formation to go at least every other turn because you force the second end operations card to be out until that formation goes, and all formations that didn't go the previous turn. So there we go. Last card has to be end ops, right? Oh, second to last card.
No, we've still got 6 cards in the deck.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. I just saw it coming up.
I
just saw the whole deck come up.
Well, yeah, I accidentally pulled the entire deck up. However, then it was the end ops.
But it's still the end ops card. Okay,
all right, let's see.
So we check here and see if there's anything that didn't go, which is the Soviets. So designated formation doesn't count necessarily in this. Now, notice my Leo 2s, my light green, didn't go. So my HQ for that comes off, goes on one of the end ops cards, and the next turn will not be able to end until that formation is picked. So both cards are in there, so the first time it gets picked. My green Panzer Grenadiers, they went one because they had 2 cards. The blue for the Soviets did not.
What happened? Did he pull the second one?
The green one? I went.
Did he pull the second? I didn't see. Did he?
Yeah, no, I pulled the second.
No, I'm just saying he pulled the second end ops card. Was that?
Yeah, he pulled the second end ops out. We're ending the turn. Now the Soviet blue.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, the Soviet blue there didn't go as well because they only have 1 card, and they didn't go on the designated formation card. So they have not gone this turn, which means that they too put the card back in the deck, pull their HQ off the map, and drop it on top of the card. So these two formations have to go, and when their cards pick next turn, you deploy them from the end ops card. The other subtlety, and we did this last time too, but just to make sure people know, come on, Keith, what were you trying to tell people? Jeepers, creepers. I'll let him shuffle the deck until I can remember what I was going to say. I'm just babbling.
Train of thought.
My HQ came off, and it's over here on the end ops card. And then the unit here is disrupted. Now, you notice I have my HQ there, and he's got a command bonus of 2. It would have helped my disruption. Why am I penalized? Because I didn't go, when the whole mechanism is to show that I have to go every other turn. Well, the point is, if you didn't go, it's not a good thing. It means your staff was slow on the mark in determining what you were doing, or your commander was slow in the decision making. So yeah, it kind of means your HQ is kind of wrapped up trying to figure out what to do with their one platoon of Leo 2s left while the battle's raging around them, and they're getting radio messages, this BMP battalion's coming on, and whatever the confusion of the battle is. But basically it is a penalty, ever so slight, that just says, yeah, you're not going to have your HQ where you want it right out of the gate. But the first thing I'm going to do is put it back there, when the card gets picked. So it's not really a penalty, unless the unit that it was deployed on gets deployed. Is in a great position, gets destroyed in the meantime, and then you pick the card, and now you can't go there because there's no unit there. So in this case, it's not actually a penalty; it's an exercise. The penalty was you didn't go last turn because the card didn't get picked.
And Jeff,
did all that babbling make any sense?
Jeff just had another question. This was a good one too, one I never really thought of. Okay, that answered another question. In a 2-card headquarters, both cards have to be left in the deck for the end of ops to be left out. Yes.
Yeah. The thing that people forget is that the headquarters, the formation cards, they're normal. They're not the ones held out of the deck. It's the all but one of the end ops cards. So if you have 3 end ops cards in this scenario, you hold out 2. If you have 2, which is what's usual, you hold out 1. The formation cards go right back in the deck. I have 2 for that formation. That means the first time that gets picked, my HQ's coming back on, and now there's 1 less HQ in that end ops card. But until his gets picked, that end ops card doesn't go back in. So we're both guaranteed for those 2 formations to go, which sort of influences your thoughts. You're like, oh, the momentum is shifting to those 2 formations because they've been building up. Like, well, where are they? Oh, here come the BTRs. I don't really think that about BTRs, but that's okay.
All right, turn 4, and let's go ahead and just step right into it.
Fire in a hole.
Designated formation.
You are fucking kidding me. Now, he could designate the blue formation as the designated formation and then pull it from the end ops card and drop it on the HQ and drop it on the map, and that takes care of that. Or he could wait for his official card. Again, if you're activated by a designated formation or you're activated by a battlefield event, that's activated, whether you've pulled your card or not.
So, under normal circumstances, I would say, look, it'd be a mistake to use the designated formation for the blue formation because I know at some point in the term it's guaranteed to activate. But being on the defense, I really don't care at this point because it's like if it gets skipped or whatever,
he's in position already.
The turn won't be. Yeah. Well, the turn's not necessarily going to last longer. It'll last shorter if I pull that headquarters off each time. Now you have a headquarters too, but
right. It's my Leo too, so I'm going to want to undisrupt them and get them moving. My goal here is to get the maximum number of get the maximum amount of firepower on as many units of his as I can, small, large, medium, literally chew him up and advance ever so slowly. It's like World War I, behind the smoke. Because the only thing I have going for me is I have 2 smoke strikes left and a mortar that can give me another hex. So I have to isolate portions of his force. It was actually very helpful to reduce the BMPs that I reduced last turn because that's firepower I don't have to worry about for a turn or 2.
Yeah. Okay, so range is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys are hit.
These never came off here.
This guy's not, and that guy's not. So,
Got to pull off
I'll look for
all the intops
this
from
one.
last turn.
Oh, I thought I got him. Sorry about that.
No, that's right.
Okay, let's see. So I'm going to do the first BTR is no good. Second BTR, fine. So this guy is out of command. No, but everybody else is within command range. So I'm gonna try to rally this guy. I'm gonna need a 6.
These are the guns. This is the gun position. I'll show you guys this again.
And they rally.
Oh, look at that. So his D30 crews have rallied.
Yeah.
They don't have any tank targets, but they've got plenty of firepower. And they're across the river, and they're in woods, and they're in improved position. They're just so annoying.
And that's 2 infantry, both disrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't use the Kestet
Right,
because the minimum range is 3.
Right, and
so
that's an
we're looking at.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Tactics first, then armaments.
So armor piercing is going to be 3 dice at 5 at short range, or HE would be 2 dice at 5 at short range.
And that's against this front martyr here.
I don't know.
Is that what you're talking about?
Know. Well, I was just saying because he could hit these.
Well, these are infantry, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, you can't hit them with armor piercing.
I still have 2 dice at 5. I still have 2 dice at 5.
Right, but you can't use armor piercing on them.
Well, my HE is 2 dice at 5 at short range.
Right. But you said AP, so I'm sorry. Just now there's a martyr in here.
Yeah.
That he could also shoot at.
So I think before I do that, I think I will call an HE strike.
Ooh, ow.
Well, my last one. Bloop.
Where's your fire for effect? Okay.
And we will call it in here.
Oh, I thought you were going to put it like right in front of your nose, and then I'm going to have scattered on you.
This is a better shot, I think.
Right. All right. Let's see where it goes.
So roll for accuracy is first.
A 6 and it scatters. Otherwise, it's fine. It's fine.
Yep. Fine.
Fire for effect.
So the first target is infantry. So 3 dice at 4. 1 hit.
1.
And you get 2 dice.
2 dice defense? Because I'm in the city. Defense. I need 5s. I could roll the new green dice. Let's do that. Because it's terrain.
Yeah.
And I save 1. Woohoo!
Yeah. Okay, and then 3 dice at 4 against the martyr. Ooh, 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay, so he gets 1 die at 5 for the terrain, and that's a green die. This is how this works. And then he gets 1 die at 6, which is the blue die, which is for his armor.
Both are 5.
Oh, both are 5, and they both missed. So there you go.
So he's flipped.
No, the martyr's is 6 in his armor.
Yeah, but they don't use their armor factor. They get 1 if they're at light armor.
Oh, right, 1 for light armor.
1 for terrain.
Okay. Anyway, it's all good. Still missed 2 hits. You said?
Yes. And you'll have to roll for your headquarters.
Yes, I do. Okay, because the unit was reduced, I'm going to roll for my HQ. 1 to 3, and he's fine. He's fine. So he is not reduced. Okay. And that's the thing. You're rolling for reduction. You're not rolling for elimination.
Yeah.
You know, if a unit's eliminated, if there's nothing left for the HQ to drop down to, I'm sorry, if it's with 1 unit and the unit it's with is eliminated and there's another friendly unit in the stack, he goes to that unit. He may or may not be reduced. But if all units in the hex were eliminated, then he's also eliminated.
So next I'm going to do this BTR. He's going to do 1 die at 4 against the infantry that are adjacent to him.
Let's show them what that looks like. And I can move this so you can see the BTR. It's a miss. Okay. I have no idea what the framing is. I'm just expanding things and hoping that Devin catches up.
You know.
Okay,
I generally do a pretty good job of keeping everything in frame.
All right. So what's going on here?
The gun
He's firing?
now is going
That's
to take
firing.
a shot at the martyr here. So you're going to get 3 dice at 5 because it's short range. 1 hit.
All right. And I get a 6, basically, right?
Yep.
That was dumb. The die had him on. It's a random. Right. There we go. So he is reduced. He's already disrupted. Ops complete.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Oh, did not realize. Okay. Ops complete. Him. And just to annoy you, this BTR is going to cross over.
Ah, freaking amphibious. And again, amphibious movement. If you look on the movement value, green background means it's a transport. Blue means it's amphibious. Green and blue means that it's an amphibious transport. Amphibious movement is you have to start adjacent to the river hex side and then use all of your movement points to advance across, and you're subject to opportunity fire like usual.
Okay.
Yeah, run. Go ahead. You go across the river too. Go ahead, run.
Now, the BTR is going to fire 1 die at 5 against your infantry here.
Wait a minute. I'm lost. Who's firing what?
The BTR in this stack.
Okay, let's
Gonna
explode
fire.
that.
Yeah, it's going to fire.
Infantry here?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Miss.
Good.
The headquarters, along with the infantry, so
Yeah, let's clear this
seems
out
like
a little too
overkill to go against that martyr.
This one here, you mean?
Yeah. That damn smoke. Otherwise, I'd have a lot of supporting fire from the hill if you didn't have that damn smoke in the way. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 dice at 5 against this infantry stack.
Okay, so you're firing at the infantry?
Yep.
And he's got his HQ in his infantry.
Nothing.
Yes!
A bunch of 2s and 3s.
Yes!
It didn't really matter what I decided to do there with that.
And I say again, yes!
So here's my question. You see here, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I have a T-64.
Mm-hmm.
You can come rumbling down this hill into the smoke,
Mm-hmm.
and then finish off this.
Except it's 4. Well, no, you can do it. It's just 4 movement points.
1,
It's 1 to
2,
move
3,
into the
4,
smoke.
5.
Right. You can do
That's
it.
cultivated, so it's 2 plus 1 for the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So it costs 5 movement points.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll hold off.
And then we eat you for lunch.
Yeah, but you know what? I can exchange casualties 1 for 1.
I suppose.
Okay, so I'm up here now. Beep. I'm going to take this BTR and go here.
He's leveraging these BTRs. Why is he doing that? Yeah, go
What
ahead.
else are they to do?
Yeah, exactly. You go out there, get shot at. That's a very Russian attitude these days.
No opportunity fire against K-12?
No.
Okay, then we'll go here.
Mm-hmm. Ops complete.
Moving fire. I still got a minimum 1 die.
Yeah. Okay. Rough. I get what? 3 dice.
Jeff just popped up with another question. Question: does transport and ground transport mean 2 different things?
No, they are synonyms.
Yeah. So you have to roll 1 die for rough.
1 die for rough. I get more than 1 die for rough or infantry.
I don't think so. You gotta make me pull out the actual chart.
I am going to make you pull out the actual chart. Yes, I haven't been in a rough hex defending in a long time. So yeah, you got to bring the chart out. Sorry, guys.
Aye.
Maybe I'm thinking movement value. It's too.
Yeah, movement is definitely rough. Is defense bonus for troops plus 1d6.
Yeah. Roll. I got it. Got a 5.
Oh, you jerk.
I'm the jerk. You're the one firing the BTR.
Hey,
those poor BTR guys into the middle of nowhere.
You know how demoralizing it is being one of these BTR drivers?
Yeah, and so what did you do? Send him out in the open in front of the German infantry.
No, he's in the wreck. He took cover among
He
the
had to
wrecks.
cross in the open to get there. The trauma of K-12.
Okay, so I think that's everything.
Right. Next card.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
Primarch Primarch X blah 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 blah. He okay. So David posted a link to the AI rulebook on the library. Primarch X was looking at it and basically confirming what you said about the transports being eliminated in roles. Okay. If the
AI rulebook.
Yeah. Didn't David tell you about that? Okay, so
No.
if a transport unit is reduced, its passengers are also reduced. If a ground transport is reduced, you roll a d6 for each headquarters and leader in the hex. If the transport unit is eliminated, you roll 1d6 for each passenger unit. On a roll of 1 to 3, the passenger is reduced and disrupted. On a result of 4 through 6, the passengers are eliminated. Does this conflict with Keith's reduced transport can have an unreduced infantry loaded? The AI seems to be saying both things happen.
That's sounding like I made a mistake. That's why we write the rules. And my apologies. Yeah. Now that I remember, yeah, they're both reduced. I mean the rules rule. So yes, that's right. Pardon my food here. I had to have a snack here. Keep my blood sugar up. Yeah. Now, when something's eliminated, you're rolling that die 6, but there's a +2 modifier. So there's very little chance that you're going to be, survive if the unit's eliminated. If the units are eliminated, because unit is eliminated, because instead of being a 1 to 3, it's actually a 1 and then a 2 through 6, and you're reduced. Does that make sense? Is that part of that there? I'm not sure if we're waiting for somebody to say, yes, Keith, you were wrong.
Okay, so Jeff's popping in. Okay, so the first, where you have to roll to see if it's reduced as the one I read in 2.2 Robot. Not sure what that means. And then Primarch's going, oh no, the AI wins. This is my dystopian tabletop gaming nightmare.
We're still talking about what happens when a transport is eliminated. How do you handle the
Yes,
troops?
the step reduction.
Yeah, because what I said was that when the transport's reduced, you roll to see if the infantry is reduced. And I forgot that when the transport's reduced,
you would only make
the
one
infantry
roll
is
for the
reduced.
When you
No, you don't make a roll. If they're just reduced, they're both reduced. If they're eliminated, you make a roll. If someone else is eliminated in the hex, there's a +2. I think something like that.
I'd have to read that
quite
a while. I don't know who the AI is, but if the transport
Wait, AI?
is
What AI? Do we have a computerized version of this?
We have an AI rule book that you can ask questions to.
Okay, so here's
what? Wait, what?
Here, so let me explain. This is the way if the transport's reduced, you're going to roll for the infantry. He's either going to be reduced or not reduced. Okay. If the unit is eliminated, you're still only making one roll, but the difference is he's either going to be reduced or eliminated.
Go back a second.
Yeah.
There's an AI rulebook that someone asked a question of and asked if it conflicted with the rulebook?
David posted the AI rulebook. It's on the
What
library.
AI rulebook?
The one that he's been working on for a while. Obviously did not tell you anything about.
Didn't tell me. Now, let's talk about hallucinations. So if you're I had no idea AI was a part of this, but I have an opinion. So I'm sorry. It's a nice idea. But you're going to run into these things. My thing is, read the rule book rather than ask the rule book, but I don't know. I have to try it myself. Obviously, we got one strike.
Well,
we've got our expert here. We've got Jeff.
The one thing I've learned about AI anything, and where it can be very helpful, you do kind of need to double check it, because if you ask it something, it will give you an answer, and then you will go, but what about this? And it will say, oh yeah, you are correct. So I would take the AI rulebook as an assistant rather than the end story. So
you have just summarized the issue with AI over multiple industries.
Oh yes, trust me, I know. I follow these things. So
I kind of follow it for work too. I'm not an expert, but I just read too much about it. I follow the headlines.
I don't follow it for work. I'm just a geek with way too much time on my hands during the day.
But it's like, okay, all right. So I apologize out there because I did not understand the question. I thought I had written something. I had said something that the rule book wasn't written that way, but apparently the rule book is written that way. That's
No. The rule book, the AI is answering it that way. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what the rule book is.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was an AI involved. That I thought it was. I said it the way it wasn't. The rule wasn't, but apparently I said it the way the rule was. Right, Jeff? Or no?
Yeah, you are correct when you
okay.
talk
There we
about
go.
rolling.
The Jeff AI says I'm correct.
Yeah, Primarch X just came up with another one. An orange triangle indicates that the unit has indirect fire capabilities. This means the unit can use its firepower to attack enemies suspended without needing a direct line of sight. However, an orange triangle indicates special armor. Back to the AI drawing board, he says. So.
Yeah,
okay.
No, the orange triangle.
Orange triangle is
reactive or composite armor.
Right. Gray is indirect fire.
Yeah. And Richard Kerr, but is AI the right answer? No, it's not. It's an assistant, not the final be all end all. And here Dave going, I just made the AI rulebook live as a test. So.
Well, Dave, we'll talk about
it. All right. So
I can take a little egg on my face. It's all good as long as the guys are happy and they have the right rule.
Is that formation done, Jeff?
That is, yes. Blue is done.
All right. So we're free to move to the next card, correct?
Yep.
All right. I'll keep an eye on the chat, see if anything else pops up about the AI rulebook.
Aha! All right. So we can finish him off. So here's yeah, he's got this Gaskin, got nothing to fire at anymore, which is sort of a bummer.
I was waiting for you to notice him just sitting there. I was afraid of moving because it might just draw attention when I did.
Well, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have anything he can shoot at.
Yeah,
once the tornado went, now, but I mean, I wasn't down there before. All right. So this is these guys and him and the Lukes and the red infantry and the red martyr, which is up here, right? Yeah. So I got to look at where my HQ is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got to roll for the martyr if I leave him with that. But the question is, do I have targets? Yes, I do have targets. Okay. So we're going to leave the HQ there. We're going to roll command for the martyr. With a 7, he is in command. Everybody else is in command. I'm going to roll to undisrupt the martyr. He is undisrupted. And sorry, let me zoom in on my own view here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so this stack here is infantry in Rex. And I'm going to fire these tanks at that infantry. He's got 2 to make 5. He's normal range. It's just a 2 to make 5.
And I have 2 at 5 for cover and concealment.
Yep. 1. All right. This guy here is going to try and finish off this BMP here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 normal range. 4 to make 5. The NATO 105s bark out. 2.
Ooh. 1 at 5. Oh.
Some Rex for you. Compliments of the Bundeswehr. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 3 to make 6 with HE against that infantry there. Plus the HQ. So that's going to be 5 to make 6. Now, why am I taking that over firing downrange at the BMP that's down there? I'm not sure. Let me check what he's got here.
Well, I do
he's
have
loaded. He's
a
loaded.
Spandrel. I do have a Spandrel.
Oh, sorry, you haven't deployed the Spandrel yet, have you?
I haven't deployed it.
All right. Yeah, that doesn't matter, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So this is long range. We're going to do
6 at 6.
Yeah, 6 to make 6 against the BMP, because if I get it, I get 2 units. And we'll risk the Spandrel at point blank range. 1.
1 at 5 defense. Got it.
Ah. So wrong in so many ways. Okay. So again, this BTR is covered with this infantry. Can't really do anything except shoot. This martyr is going to shoot point blank at this infantry.
Okay.
So that's 2 to make 5.
Okay.
Missed. Oof. Ooh, that's the wrong stack. The Luke's is not going anywhere just yet. But the infantry... Actually, they're all the same formation. So here we go. Oh, man, you're jamming up the road. Deck nabbit.
Yep. You didn't assign proper attack frontages.
No, I didn't. But we're not the Soviets either. We're going to move here, though. All right, next card, please.
Give me 1 second. I'm away from the keyboard right now. I'm popping up some popcorn for myself.
Ah.
All right, so David is also saying, this is a beta at best. This is reference to the AI rulebook. And remember, beta doesn't mean better. We just made live in the LMP library an AI book chat for World of War 85 core rulebook AI chatbot. The idea behind this is you for ask a game questions and have it find you answers. Again, it is test. We are not 100% what the results will be. Yeah, well, I think we're learning what the results are going to be.
Well, it's a test.
This should be used as a player aid and not replace reading the rule book. And then David says, I think he's about to take me out behind the barn for a talk.
No, it's all right.
All right. And,
anyway, next time I see you, you can buy me a Starbucks.
And Jeff is going, you all got me hooked on this system, so I'm asking questions. Damn it, lol.
Absolutely. Please, please.
Yes.
This is what we're here for.
152nd Panzer, the blue guys, they get to go.
Oh, excellent. All right, so now we have this assault sort of organized. Where is our HQ? There he is. All right. So I have a couple choices here, guys. One is I can put the HQ back with the mortars and move them up. And, roll 7s. I think we're a little tightly engaged to do that, though. So I'm going to take a chance that the mortar is going to stay in command with a 7 or less. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is roll that. HQ. Well, I'm going to move my HQ. Oh, I don't have to move my HQ. I just need to No, I need to move my HQ first.
Yeah, you got to place your HQ first.
Yeah, I got to place your HQ first. So let me pull him off here. I'm going to move him with the infantry because I want him to undisrupt. So now we're just out of range with the mortars. And the rear area guys are good. Woohoo! Zoom in again so I can see where I am. All right. So he's got a BMP. He's got a T80. He's got a T64. And somewhere in here, I thought, well, let me undisrupt this guy. 7 + 1 is 8. He's fine. So I've got a little bit of anti-armor strength on just about everything, but not a whole lot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the HQ and the infantry are going to fire 3 dice to make 5 at basically this stack.
That's a BMP.
Here. Yeah, that's a BMP. That's right. Okay, so we're going to do 3 dice to make 5. 1, 2, 3. Leaves the blue dice. You can use any dice you want, but greener terrain. Roll. 1. Okay. The reason I did that was it's an HQ and it's an easy kill if I get the BMP. Easier than killing the T80.
Miss. So he's disrupted.
Disrupted. So that's kind of helpful in terms of keep preserving the lives of my martyrs. This infantry here in the rough, he's going to hit the HQ as well. This is point blank range with HE. So that's 2 to make 4s. 1. Kenner's chip away, 1 hit at a time. What do you have, a 5?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So we go there.
Gonna roll for my headquarters.
Mm-hmm. So Jeff, this was that very thing we were talking about, Yeah. The BMP was reduced. Roll for the HQ. Now the trick is if the HQ is already reduced like mine, and you reduce it once, now it's suppressed, and it goes out to the suppression box. So yeah, having that you only get that full strength once, and then the rest of the scenario you're half strength or reduced strength. Okay, so he's reduced and disrupted now.
The BMP is yes.
Yeah. Now this martyr here is in the smoke. He can only see an adjacent hex, so he can't actually see that prime target. And if he moves forward, that T80's gonna kill him and gonna have him for lunch. So I'm kind of stuck there. So the only way to get around this is I can't even hide. If I move him, this guy here, this T64 has got all this covered. Unless I go to that wonderful hex, which was this one, right? Is that the one that covered both? Yeah, that's the one.
No, the hex you're in is the wonderful hex.
Oh, the hex I'm in is the wonderful hex. Oh, great.
Yes.
But we're going to have to take a chance here. This is not going to go well necessarily, but we're going to go here.
Okay, so the T64 over here is going to fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Range is 4, so it's short range. 3 dice at 3.
Yeah, it's point blank. Yeah.
Just 1.
Okay, and I get 1 for terrain. It's a green die, and 1 for my 6 for my martyr. Neither one scored, so he's disrupted. All right, so I'm going to get him here, and I'm going to do a little bit of shifting here.
No, you got to put the...
Yeah, no. What I usually do is I restack it and then repack it and then unpack it and then I can.
Well, you still got to put the disruption on the martyr, though.
Yeah. I just needed to make sure it was in the right place.
There you go.
Here, come back, and then I need an ops complete for the martyr, and now we go back here. Okay, this martyr, that T80 is still licking its chops.
Okay, Primarch X just asked what the green dice was again.
That was terrain. So what happens is you've got this, for example, this martyr. Before we adjusted it and added the green dice, people were doing this anyway. But if he's in a woods, technically by the old rules, he would get a second die, but it would be added to his armor. So but soft targets like this infantry that would be in that woods would get a die that's worth a 5 or a 6 because that's what's terrain worth for soft targets.
Or the T80 would too.
Right, or the T80 would too. Yeah. So the idea is that terrain defensive bonus dice are now green because they're always going to score on a 5 or a 6. This happens to be a martyr, and his armor is 6. So the one die he gets for himself, he's rolling against a 6. But any terrain, he's rolling against a 5 or 6. So specifically for these light armor units, it's a little bit of a saving bonus.
Yeah.
And that is the 2.2 rules. So, and that's why Blood Freddy will have 3 green dice in it, in addition to the other dice. All right, but he was over here, right?
Yep.
Okay. I would love to take out that BMP, but I just can't do it. It's just not in the right spot. Oh, wait. You know what I forgot to do before I did all this? Here's what I should have done. I should have taken the HQ and dropped the mortars on the T80. That was the first thing I should have done. So you're like, oh, well, I can just use a friendly unit to actually spot for onboard indirect fire, except he can't see the T80. So this was a tactical error, was not to drop my indirect fire first, because this mortar is back here. He's just waiting for a target. The only thing left that can target is him, and he can't see anything.
You might as well move him up within range again.
Exactly. So now it's time. It's like, all right, well, fine. We'll just move him up. Except that we can't really move anywhere safe because of the T80. That's smoke. Is there smoke in here?
No, that was the one that mortar smoked from the turn before. That's why it went.
Oh, that was a mortar struck the turn before. So if I slide out that way, yeah, I'm good. So as long as I stay on this road, stay on the road, stay off the moors.
Jeff just asked another question. So, is there a new version of rules coming? I'm not sure what he's referring to because I know he's got.
You should have the 2. Yeah, you should have 2.2 in Blood and Fury, but 2.2 is posted, has been posted as a PDF on the GameFound page. But David Heath, if you're out there, if you can let me know if it was posted to the electronic lock and load
library
rules library. Yeah, it should be 2.2. What am I gonna do with this martyr? The trouble with martyrs. I could sacrifice him. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move back. 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Next card. You guys can tell we're working at a much faster pace now that we've explained a lot of stuff than the last couple of
again.
Cycles. Yes. Speaking of this, I don't want to forget that I have it. All right, so not these guys.
Yeah, those guys have been a long time waiting.
Yeah, they're just waiting. All right, so now we can sort of try and clean up. And now we're in a much better position, except
the red martyrs.
It's still crowded. Green's gotta go. Like, we're trying to get in there, guys. We're trying to get out of my way. It's just not working. Oh, thank you. All right. So HQ is going to stay where it is, which means that I only have to roll for the martyr up front. He is out of command.
Oh, that's a nice change.
Well, that made that decision for me. I don't have to do anything over there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so the leopard one on the edge here is going to take a pot shot at the BMP down here.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
There are 2 wrecks between you.
Oh, there are 2 wrecks. How do you like that? Well, then we'll fire at the infantry.
Okay.
We'll fire at them. Are they in a wreck? They are.
Yes.
Okay. All right. It is a range of 5, and I have 2 to make 5. Ugh. That's a miss. All right. The HQ has its platoon. It's going to fire at the BMP all the way down range. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, if I recall. It is 14. And so we are 6 dice to make 6s. It's a very long range shot. Now these are the the NATO 105s. One
die at 5. 1 save.
All right, and lastly, we'll fire the other Leo at the same target. This is 4 to make 6. Nothing. No fun. Next card, please. We're not moving the Lukes or the infantry. We're going to wait for the green guys to go. There we go. Okay, so let me find my HQ. There it is. All right. I think we are... No, we're not in a position to do that, but we can. All right, let's undisrupt the martyr that's with me. I get a 2 for that. So 7 is easy.
No, it's here.
That was this guy? Yeah, this guy. And then we got them deployed. These guys are both undisrupted, so top guy is still disrupted. Bottom guy is still disrupted. That is not helpful.
The PTRs have pinned them down.
They have pinned them down, which is truly annoying. That is all they have. They don't have any indirect fire assets. They do have that. That could be helpful, but we don't need that just yet. All right. The HQ and the infantry are going to assault. Dink.
Okay.
So that looks like this. I have 4 dice to make 4.
I have 4 at 4 and 1 at 5.
So this is going to be bloody. I missed. I'm going to do my best lurch.
2 hits.
2 hits. All right.
And
so
one
he's
more. 2 hits total.
Oops. Reduced.
And
Disrupted. Roll for HQ.
Roll for HQ.
He is reduced. All right. And then we'll repack this. And we'll pull him. He has to retreat back, so he's got to go the hex they entered from. And that was not as much of a disaster as it could have been. But
you're stuck in the map open with that HQ right now.
Well, no, I've got Rex. Don't underestimate Rex.
Is Rex there?
Yeah, there's a Rex there. Right? So. But once again, we've stopped up our attack. We could come in through the smoke. 1, 2, 3. Is that cultivated? It is.
Yeah, 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. But
you're not disrupted.
I'm not
if you were disrupted, I would think about it because you've got 4 dice to make 4. That's nasty as it is.
Yeah.
We can, however, shoot. So we're going to shoot with this martyr. 2 dice to make 6. Papa needs a pair of shoes. Nothing. And we will shoot with this martyr. 2 dice to make 6 because of the 2 dice. 2 dice to make 6 because of the range.
No.
2 dice to make 5.
5, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Missed anyway. They are not a good track record here for these guys. And then these guys are also ops complete. Next card.
That green company. Did you not want to move these guys back so they're not stuffing up?
All right, Mr. Soviet, we'll do that.
Well, I mean, you can stay there, and I can take.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
You.
Next card.
Oh.
There we go. It's like, okay, try this again.
I shuffled them.
Shuffled them.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the rest of the infantry back in gear. This goes.
You become aware of the.
I know,
he's still out of command.
He's still out of command.
But
All right.
but when it's the same formation back to back, it's just a little extra twist of the knife.
Right, exactly. All right, so the lead infantry that's closest to you, I'm going to roll for to undisrupt. He does not undisrupt.
Ooh.
And then the infantry under the HQ is that die? That's a crack die. I'm going to roll that. That's
He
a
doesn't
9.
either.
Nope, he does not either. Send the guy on the bottom. Oh no, the guy on the bottom is a normal. So the guy on the bottom actually manages to undisrupt. Oh, the HQ's not stacked with him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him on top.
Yeah.
What a mess. I think we're just going to shoot for the moment and see if we can pick off. So this martyr, we have alternate AP values for the martyr, don't we?
Yes.
So in Blood and Fury, we formalized alternate AP values, and we do have a retroactive table for Storming the Gap. The martyr has a 20 millimeter, but it has the missiles, the Milan missiles. So the idea is that the counter doesn't have the 20 millimeter on it, but it still has it. So in the national unit tables, which are in the companion book, you will find for the martyr listed in the special functions column, I think it's 326 for the 20 millimeter, the same that's on the gun over here, because this is the Milan. This is the martyr without the Milans.
Yeah.
So I've got a 326. I'm going to fire that at the BTR in this hex, except because I'm reduced. It's 3-1.
But again, you might as well use your HE because it counts as 425 because it's
That's
point
true.
blank range.
He's right. So there we go. We'll do this one in the HE. 2 to make 5. Miss again. Oh, my goodness gracious. Now, the question is, are we going to waste a Milan on the BTR? And I'm like, well, yeah, we are. So I've got to kill something. So I've got 4 to make 4 on the BTR that's in here. Now I'm firing into the woods, but that's all right. Oh, wait, it's point blank range. So it's 4 to make 3s. Shame it's not a T80 group. Look at that. 1.
Ooh.
1.
3 dice of 5 defense.
So he's got 1 for being the BTR, 1 for being he's not concealed, but
No, but 2 dice for woods against missiles. Or guide missiles.
Yeah, well, it's one for the woods and then 1 for the missiles. So
yeah.
All right, so you didn't take any damage, right? All right, let me make my ammo check. My Milans. I'm fine.
You're good.
Just ops complete. So the pièce de la résistance would be this last platoon assaulting in there, but he hasn't changed at all.
No.
Nothing has changed. So he's got 4 dice to make 4 plus 1 to make 5. I'm like, I'm not assaulting that. Not until I get some artillery or something. So we're gonna call it a. Well, actually, we can do that.
Yeah,
we're gonna call it a card. We're gonna call it a card. Next card.
Richard Kerr is saying that's some poor rolling, Keith. And then Primarch X asks, and this is a good question for this scenario: are Russian gun-launched ATGMs modeled at all?
Yeah, they're sitting right there. Actually, if we open this up, now this is basically this is where I was going to say that if we enlarge this castet, it's a good example of the gun-launched ATGMs, because the gun-launched ATGMs were good for guns and for tanks. So there are some scenarios that have these, but the symbol at the bottom of the castet counter is an ARM, as opposed to an INF. INF means it's an infantry support weapon. ARM means in its alternate armament support weapon. In this case, it is. Think of it as a support weapon for the vehicle. In this case, it's a support weapon for the gun. So the gun, since it has a support weapon, can fire its gun and can fire its castet, just like any other support. Like, if you have a support weapon attached to something, it can fire before or after the unit it's attached to. So they can be very potent, but there's not a lot of them. But yes, we have a bunch of them. Actually, in Blood and Fury, there's a bunch of them. Different one. There's castet. There's spandrels, I think.
Yeah.
And there's another SP one in there, and they're sprinkled through the scenarios. We limit their numbers for balance, but also because there's so few. Most tanks carried 4, maybe 5. When you spread that into a platoon of 14, 15 missiles, that equates to being it's the same amount of missiles that you'd have in a BMP, 4 or 5 per vehicle. So basically, if you fail to reload, you're out. And that's reflected in the new player age, the new table for that, just to make sure you guys know.
And we're staring down the barrel of hitting 2 hours now, so let's go ahead and save it right here. We'll
see what the next card is when we
see,
come back.
Exactly. We want everybody in suspense until the next time. So, Keith, Jeff, have you got any final comments? And are there any questions or comments from the audience?
Let's hear from the audience. I'm enjoying this, although I'm getting to the point where I start. I say to people, we think it's a good scenario when both sides feel like they're losing. I don't know how Jeff feels, but I feel like I'm losing just on that edge. But it could go either way. So it's only turn. Was it 5, 4? 4. Right. So my plan is working a little slowly, but it's working.
With some good activations, you can really start chewing up the Soviet forces.
Yeah, but you're right. That was some bad data rolling.
That was that was some pretty bad dice rolling.
But you buys your ticket, you takes your chance.
Yeah.
Okay. Primark X. I heard even one company per battalion would have ATGM capable T-64s or T-80s.
Mm-hmm. So. I think we do 1 or 2 counters. The effect is the same because you do get a double weapon shot.
Yeah.
So think of it as, if you have 2 counters, you have 4 weapons firing because you have the guns and the missiles. Yeah. But you could add one.
A big problem with those gun launched missiles is that you're often targeting, NATO tanks that have, composite armor. So, they have a marginal. These missiles have a marginal increase in range, but oftentimes the armor defense is higher than if you were shooting your regular gun.
On the other hand, if you feel that if you get to a scenario and you think there's too few, just add a counter. There's usually a counter around, or you can use one of the other because there's multiple types. If you don't have enough of one type, just swap it in and say, oh, it's a spandrel or whatever it is, and see. But I mean, when we were testing, we're pretty sure not to have too many of them. But it's a game about it's a kit. We've always said it's a kit. You can do whatever you want. So if you think it needs one more, like a full 3 units out of your 9 or 10 platoons that are in your company, try it. Let us know.
Yeah, and that just goes to basic scenario design too. So
yeah.
Sometimes they're just added in to give a little extra oomph to a formation, something like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's a surprising option because it's a support weapon. So it deploys like a support weapon, which means NATO doesn't know which tank platoon has it until you fire it.
Yeah.
So Primark X is saying, really a slugfest here. Thanks for playing. And Richard Kerr, tough fight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for following along. It's
All
moral
right.
support. We appreciate it.
Well, we're going to go ahead and kick the outro out here. Thanks, everybody, for coming along and taking the trip with us. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section below, and we will catch you next time.
Well, that will end this gaming session. May God bless you and keep you safe until next time. Friendly Fire. Friendly Fire is a Lock and Load publishing production.